What is going on, guys? Welcome back to some more Avatar standard content here on the channel. First and foremost, thank you all so much for tuning in the past couple of weeks. I know that Avatar has been an absolute blast. I really hope you're enjoying the set as much as I am. This is probably one of my favorite sets of all time, at least certainly in the past couple of years. The impact that it's had on standard, just, I don't even know that much about the show. I'm mostly just here for the power level of the cards, which A+ for me. Definitely an A+. So today what we're going to be taking a look at is a deck list coming to us from that recent tournament in Japan. I don't remember the name of it. I think it's like Avatar, God of Avatar, Avatar Last God or something. But blue-black bounce from the top 8 of that event featuring 3 copies of Legend of Kuruk. And you know what? If you want to purchase some Legends of Kuruks, you know where you can do that? CoolStuffInc.com. This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. Be sure to use promo code Doom at checkout if you guys want to buy any singles, sealed sleeves, or deck boxes. Cool Stuff Inc. They got cool stuff, and they got it in stock. And with that out of the way, let us go ahead and talk about Dimir Kuruk Bounce. You gotta find a better name for that. So this deck list is sort of made possible by the Avatar cards. Before Avatar, people were playing some variations of Esper Pixie with, Nurturing Pixie, Sunprill Kirin, Storm Chaser's Talent, so on and so forth. But ever since This Town Ain't Big Enough got banned, we haven't really had enough bounce enablers in blue or black, since Kirin and Pixie are both white, to play just a Dimir bounce deck. Well, it turns out they printed a card that has very, very similar vibes to Town. Obviously not nearly as powerful because this, can't bounce your thing and their thing in the same spell, and it's a sorcery. But Boomerang Basics, for as simple as it is, it's extremely powerful. It's a 1-mana sorcery bounce spell, but if you control the permanent, you get to draw a card. Well, we kind of want to bounce our own stuff anyways. Storm Chaser's Talent, Grim Bauble, Tiny Bones joins up, Nowhere to Run. Even something as simple as unable to screaming their early creature to buy yourself some time, make sure that you don't just die in the first couple of turns, and then they play a bigger thing, and then later on you can Boomerang Basics the scream, draw a card, and then scream their bigger thing, because you don't care about their 1-drop anymore on turn 5 or turn 6. So that's a really cool line that you want to make sure you keep in mind. But you have the Boomerang Basics and the Fear of Isolations to give you the 8 bounces, similar to what Pixie plays, to pick up the kill spells, the discard spells, so on and so forth. And then you're pairing that with Entity Tracker, because this deck has a pile of enchantments. So every time you pick up an enchantment, that's a draw 2. Every time you play a kill spell, you draw a card. They discard, you draw, so on and so forth. The new card here that I want to highlight is the Legend of Kuruk. Very, very powerful card, although it's a little slow. So you need to kind of play it in a deck that can buy you time, and this deck is fantastic at that because it has a ton of cheap kill spells and a ton of ways to rebuy those cheap kill spells, so you do buy a lot of time. So the first 2 chapters for 4 mana, you scry 2, then draw, and then the last chapter is you transform it into a 4/3 that says whenever you cast a spell, you make a 1/1 spirit, and then you can exhaust, waterbend 20, take an extra turn. Now 20 sounds like a lot, and don't get me wrong, it is. But you have Storm Chaser's Talent plus Boomerang Basics, which can, buy you multiple tokens. Grim Bauble is an artifact, and don't forget, artifacts can help pay for Waterbend. And the fact that the Avatar Kuruk kind of fuels itself, because every time you're playing a spell, you're making an extra 1/1. So in that, example where you go Boomerang Basics, bounce your talent, you get a spell off the basics, a spirit off the basics, a spirit off of replaying the talent, and then an otter off the talent itself. That's 3 tokens. So you actually get to 20 relatively quickly, dare I say, because, the nature of you playing this, by the time you flip it, you're going to be on 6 mana, and, again, you can also flip tokens with it. A couple of stock ups to help rebuy with talent, and the one thing I want to mention is, similar to This Town Ain't Big Enough, you kind of now have an infinite loop where you can basics to bounce your talent, replay the talent, level up the talent, get back the basics, bounce the talent, rinse, repeat. Now, it's not as obnoxious as the town loops because you're not bouncing your opponent's permanents when you're going through these loops. So I'm not, suggesting that it's nearly as powerful, but it is something that this deck has access to, which is very, very nice when you're trying to play a long game. We mentioned the stock ups. That's pretty much it for the main deck. 4 Restless Reefs, which I thought was kind of a lot, but I think it does make a lot of sense given how long the games go with this deck. They go very, very long. Let's just say that. Sideboard, you get some Broncos for control, some Graveyard Hate, couple of sweepers, counter spells, nothing too crazy. Corpses is kind of a cool card that you can bounce over and over again against the control decks to get more bodies. I kind of like that. But that is pretty much it for the deck list. So, as simple as it is, there's a lot going on here, and this deck is extremely powerful. So, can't wait to show you guys some games. I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Is green landline legal in Historic? I actually don't know the answer to that question. This hand's good, by the way. I don't know if green landline is legal in Historic. I'm saying though, Badger Mole Cub has got to be a good card for Historic. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. There's got to be like a good Badger Mole Cub Delirium deck, right? Or Badger Mole Cub Devotion. That's what I meant to say, not Delirium.
That's rough, buddy.
Would I say that I'm a member of the Badger Mole Club? Yeah, I think I would. I think I'm actually a founding member of the Badger Mole Club. This guy Cubs. Sultai Cub deck? I mean, fuck it. Let's just play 5-color Cub. Level up talent or just go Boomerang? Or sorry, level up talent or just play stock up? Technically, the talent is more mana efficient. Yeah, I mean, we got time, right? Start the talent train. I may actually just go... No, I was going to say Boomerang the Bat, and then know where the Demon Wall, but I don't really want to do that. How do I beat a 4/4? Could bounce it. Okay. That is technically a way to beat a 4/4. All right, take these 2. And then I think what we want to do is go here, Boomerang the 4/4, and then Bobble the Bat. And then hit for 12. Seems to make the most sense to me.
That's rough, buddy.
It's not lethal. You could just take 12, You can't just take 12. Yeah, I would say it was not a bad turn. I would say it was an above average turn. You got more bats for me? Any bats? Any bats? Feel like this is not gonna work out the way you want it to. Alright, what you got? They have 2 kill spells, maybe? Ah, okay. Alright, alright. I mean, that might have been good enough, but weren't they just dead anyways? I didn't even need the bounce spell, right? Weren't they just dead on board? They block a 3/3, go to 4, take 6. They were still just dead on board, even if I had nothing left. All right, what do we want against mono black, huh? Mono black demons. Lots of bats. Good stroke. Stroke is good against the Acolyte, and they probably have Annex. Could Bronco. I don't know how many kill spells I want. Although these, like, the Sheriff does take care of the Elegy Acolyte. Skeletons you control get +1/+0 and have haste. I can't really figure out why this is in the sideboard. I guess it's just for the grindy matchups, right? It's kind of a weird one, though, isn't it? Kind of like all my cards, honestly. Like, there's not really much that I want to cut. Let's just do this. Very small upgrades. Like, I'm sure there's plenty of cards you could justify boarding in, but I don't really think there's many cards in my main deck that are actively bad against them. Yeah, maybe Tiny Bones could go. I'm not sure how good the Tiny Bones is. I could see cutting those. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe these are bad. Because the only thing this kills is Bat, right? There's not really much else. Like, they probably don't have many other X2s besides Bat. So, if we go to game 3, maybe I'll cut some of these. Yeah, this probably should have been the cut. I'm gonna need you to play something at some point. Preferably a creature that has 2 toughness. Okay, or nothing. Nothing works. Got stabbed. More boomerangs. Oh my goodness. Alright, they're definitely gonna play a 3rd land this turn. For sure.
That's rough, buddy.
This engine got old already. It's pretty fucking sick, isn't it? The boomerang talent. It's pretty gross. Like, why does the boomerang have to cycle, you know? I mean, I get it. That's, like, the advantage of bouncing your own thing. I understand it, but... Strategic betrayal. They spent 2 cards to my 0. Yes. I know that I'm up 1,000 cards. I get that. I mean, it also didn't help that they, didn't draw a 3rd land this game. This game probably would have been different if they, if they had drawn a 3rd land. I'd like to believe that. Yeah, what do you do if you duress and you see this hand? Besides cry.
That's rough, buddy.
Alright, well, maybe we'll actually, play a match next time. Customers of the casino. Alright, well, no, I don't even have the, yeah, this hand's bad. Okay. I don't know what to put back. I think it's one of the 3 drops, right? I think it's Tracker. Yeah, because I want to go ideally 1 drop, 2 drop into stock up. So I think it's got to be Tracker here. I lost my house last time. Well, you just gotta gamble better. I got a lot of gas today. Okay, very happy that I put back the tracker with this against this deck. I don't know. They're just gonna go straight to combat. No reason to mess around. Well, I like that. Them doing nothing is really nice of them. You got a Helix, maybe? -3. So they're trying to burn me out? Problem is, I can't really gain life in this deck, can I? So I kind of have to try and kill them quickly, which makes me want to go take Fear for the talent, and then probably a kill spell. Yeah, I think it's got to be these two. I mean, I'm kind of scared to be at 13 against them. Okay, I'm less scared. It's not the card I expected them to cast. I thought they were more aggressive than that. Dragons. Could be a Momo deck. Hey, yo. Yeah, it's got to be a swamp, right? The Legend of Kuruk. Scry 2 draw, huh? Kind of wish I had that, kind of wish I had that shoot the sheriff now, I guess. They're definitely a Momo deck for sure. I mean, Fear of Isolation, pick up Nowhere to Run does not accomplish that much. I think I'm just going to play the Legend. And just go to 7. Kind of scary, but keep that. Kind of scary. Oh, shit. This deck is not great against a bunch of 4 or 5 dragons. I've learned that. Oh. Kind of hard to beat a bunch of 4 or 5s. I think you're a little too late to the party there, buddy. I think you're a little too late to the party. Can bounce their Magmatic Hellkite. That doesn't do anything. Yeah, I mean, I have to do that. I'm just trying to think if I want to cycle the Boomerang Basics too. I think I probably do, right? I have 2 cards in hand. Bounce Talent, I think. Oh, I forgot I had those cards. Okay. So... I guess that kind of changes things, doesn't it? So now we just do this. And then go Fear, pick up Nowhere, play Talent. I mean, look, I'm still probably dead, but... Wait. Never mind, I guess I'm not playing Talent. Did I get auto-tapped, or did I just not have enough blue? No, I guess I just didn't have enough blue, huh? No, it wasn't even auto-tapper, I just didn't have enough blue mana. Because I played the passage on black. All right, so Boros Dragons. I mean, I guess I need those things. Maybe Strokes. Bronco, Corpses, Ballad, Lantern. Bauble out. Could probably go, like, trim on some of the top end. Because I just don't want to die. Nice passage, XDD. It made sense at the time. Because they blew up my dual land. And then I got, what, I had another island. So I already had two other islands in play. So, like, it made sense at the time, but... That specific passage was an island before you made the change. I don't believe you. I think you're lying to me. Chat would you guys would never lie to me, right? Chat would never lie to me. Well, I hope you don't have any outlaws. I think I'm keeping this. This hand does kind of just lose the game if they play Hired Claw on turn 1, but they're definitely not going to play Hired Claw on turn 1. Target acquired. Target acquired. I repeat, target acquired. That's rough, buddy. This is not good. Have I tried giving it all? Well, I mean, it doesn't matter how much I give. I still can't cast my removal spell. Okay. I know that Entity Tracker has flash. Yeah, why do you think I... why do you think I'm holding up 3 mana? You fool! Alright, well, shoot the Sheriff out of the deck, Heartless Act right back in. Dude, I kind of have to hold up the stroke for that stupid dragon, don't I? I think I do. That's a +1 for Heartless Act. I don't know, man. Heartless Act is just so bad against the Simic deck, isn't it? Like, I know that Shoot the Sheriff is obviously terrible against Hired Claw, but, like, is Heartless Act even that good against Hired Claw? I mean, if you can do it before they put a counter, obviously it's fine, but... Alright, the Sheriffs have been successfully shot. We're not out of this yet. Is there anything to long goodbye? Not being able to kill Ouroboros is rough. Like, if you're playing a 2-mana instant speed kill spell, you kind of need it to be able to kill Ouroboros. Otherwise, there's just kind of, you know, like, it's just it definitely has to kill Ouroboros. And I guess maybe it's different because this deck already has 4 nowhere to run. So maybe you don't need as many other answers to the Ouroboros. If they do anything but attack with Hired Claw, we're fine. They didn't do that. What? Okay, so just PM me. All right, sure. True. Yeah, exactly. It's like we already, given the fact that we already have the nowhere to runs, like maybe because we don't need as many answers to the Ouroboros, then something like Long Goodbye is more appealing, you know? So, I don't know, it's close. Am I bouncing the elf here? I sure don't want to. No, I'm not doing that. Dursa. Yo, any nowhere to runs? You got any nowhere to runs for me? I mean, that kind of works, right? I guess it's awkward if they have a second Tursa. I think the sheriffs are fine. Yeah, I mostly think they're fine too. Like, obviously, when they draw two copies of Hired Claw, your Shoot the Sheriffs are going to look a lot worse. But I think for the most part, they're fine. Now what? Like, I got a line, and you're not going to like it, but I think it's the line that I'm going to take. I'm really, really not happy about this. Maybe it was better to boomerang. It's possible it was better to boomerang the scream instead of use the Fear of Isolation. We have two types. Gotta trade for that thing if they attack. Okay. That's good. That is good. So... Probably just Talent Pass. And then we can Sheriff on blocks. Yeah, this is good. If they attack with everything, we can go double block FOMO and then Sheriff the Tursa. That is not ideal. Okay. It's a problem for future me, isn't it? What do they untap here? I hope they untap the Tursa. Yeah, so let me just go kill Tursa, double block FOMO. Take 3. Okay, alright, alright. Could be worse. I'll take a nowhere to run. That is not a nowhere to run. Or we just bounce talent? Really need to find a nowhere to run for this Keen-Eyed, though. Bro. I mean... Do I have to just bounce the Keen-Eyed Curator? I kind of think I do. Like, I'm just dead to them having a 7/7 if I don't do it, right? It certainly doesn't feel good, but the alternative is just let them have a 7/7 trample. So, yeah, I kind of have to do that. And then just play Talon, I guess. Jump block something. Maybe double block Elf. It's not looking great, I'll be honest. Matchup seems a lot tougher when I don't draw. Wait, what if I attack? 2, 4, 6, 11, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I attack, I have to go to 1. I mean, I don't think I'm winning this game by double blocking Elf. I just have to hope that they brick. Okay, we knew about that. Oh, no, this was a bad attack. I forgot about the 1/3. Now I have to chump block. Yeah, I forgot they had the 1/3. Okay, that was a bad attack. Yeah, that was bad. I totally forgot about the 1/3 that would have presented lethal this turn. Yeah, that was bad. That guy was still dead anyways, but... Can't imagine I have an out here. That certainly is not going to do it. All right, I've learned a very, very important lesson against the Delirium deck. It is draw nowhere to run. Noted. Very, very important lesson. All right, we got Lantern and Betrayal, which is good. Lantern, Betrayal for sure. Stroke, Bronco, Sheriff. I don't think they have any outlaws. I say that, but you know. Tarkir block. Yeah, with like Siege Rhino and shit. I guess the Emrakul standard was not a turn 4 standard, but that's just because every single deck had Emrakul in it, which, you know, also maybe not the best. I'd argue probably Tarkir's in. Yeah, that's fair. Field of the Dead standard. That was around the same time as, I don't remember exactly when Field came out, but I think that was around the same time as, or no, Field was like, Field was the format after, was Field the format after, was the format, yeah, it was after Emrakul Standard, before Eldraine. That's what it was, right? I think. Wait, is this how that works? Loses all abilities. Oh, shit. I didn't know that. Okay. Okay, well, I've now read my card a little bit more. And now that I've actually read my card, I'll make that play. I didn't even think about that. They can attack. Yeah, it would have been a good play. I just didn't realize that at first. I can't say no to a stock up, man. We got time. I think we'll be all right. We got plenty of time. Yeah, because it loses all abilities. So the ability to tap for mana is an ability of the card. It will still come back if I kill it. Yes, I know that. I know that it will still come back, so I'm probably just not going to kill it. Kill the Patchwork Beastie. Bro, I'll take one all day. I will shoot the Sheriff the Beastie. Shot the Sheriff. Yo, can we get a Kuruk activation in this game? I'll take a Kuruk activation in this game. No, come back. All right, fine. They want Standard to feel cool and strong again because for a while it was so low power and boring. Kind of, yeah. That's certainly part of it. But I think that also has to do with the fact that, like, they're a lot more invested in Standard now, too. Right? Like, they've made this push over the past couple of years to bring Standard to the forefront. And part of doing that was making it the premier RCQ format, but also, you know, like, introducing more sets and things like that, because that's part of them. Like, in order for them to have Standard be the main competitive format, they need to have more people excited about it and more people engaged with it. You know what I mean? Now, maybe you could argue that perhaps they went a little too far, and, you know, again, I'd be willing to have that conversation. It's possible they did. I like this list a lot. It's felt really good. I'm still not sure if I like it more than Esper Pixie, but I have liked this deck a lot. The Cub. So I can kill two things. I mean, Cub has to die for sure, doesn't it? So start there. To be unable to scream a mana creature, maybe? Cut them off of mana sources a little bit. I think that's fine. They have what? Creature instant right now? Well, prior to them introducing Standard as the main competitive format, they were really focused on Pioneer, remember? Because when they first started the run of RCQs, it was really basically all Pioneer for the better part of, you know, the first couple of years. And, you know, then we basically got to a spot where, like, they were so heavily invested in Pioneer, but they basically just had to make this, like, entire switch. So they just said, you know, forget about Pioneer, now you guys play Standard, you know? But if you go back and look at the total number of seasons they had for each format in the first couple of years of the RCQs, it was like a 3-to-1 ratio for Pioneer. It's the same thing what they're doing with Standard now. Like, if you go back and look at, you know, if you look at this year's RCQ formats plus next year's, it's 3-to-1 for Standard. And that was the same thing that they did for Pioneer for the first 3 years. Why do we have to have it be 3-to-1? Like, is twice as many Standard events compared to the other formats not enough for them? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like 2-1-1 would be perfectly fine. You're still pushing Standard more often than any other format. If the people want to play Standard, they're still getting to play Standard for half of the entire year, you know, as opposed to 3/4. I just don't know why they had to Why'd they have to kill Pioneer, you know? Pioneer did nothing wrong. Bring it back. Dude, I was looking at Pioneer deck list this week yesterday for the looking at for the metagame results. Claudio played a Jeskai Ascendancy deck with Badgermole Cub that, like, I was feeling some kind of way about that. I was like, yep, that's something else you can do with Badgermole Cub. I was feeling some kind of way. Yo, any gamblers? Do you have any gamblers in the chat? Oh, that is not what I expected them to play. Shit. Well, so much for the believers, I guess. I was kind of hoping they would cast an Ouroboros this turn, not kill me. Well, I got a 2/3. It's probably good enough, right? It's rough, buddy. You're not going to like the play that I'm going to make this turn. Sulking Assassin, thank you for the 25 months. I'm taking a little bit of a break from deck techs, but if you want to send me a deck list, no promises, but I might be able to take a look at it. But, like, you know, what I used to do where I spend, like, you know, 2-3 minutes on a deck tech, I just don't want to do that anymore. But I could like give you some pointers if you just send me a list. For now, I might bring it back at some point, but just for now, I want to, you know, for now, I feel like it kind of derails the stream a little bit sometimes. Mostly just because I focus so much on them, you know? All right, how do I beat Kona? Sheriff? Stroke? Bobble out? Do I want Unable to Scream against them? It's probably better than stuff like Ballad or Bronco. I think it's okay. I can at least, like, hit an early Matador, or it's pretty decent against Cub, too. Hype, thank you for the 8 months. Appreciate the resub. Thank you. And I'm gonna keep it, but I'm really not excited about it. Yeah, I guess we could have done Graveyard Hate for the, whatchamacallit, the Yunas. Alright, basics on Nowhere is a nice draw. The tracker. Alright, what just sent me? Jeskai Manufacturing. Bro, that's rude. It's really fucked up. Well, there goes my boomerang basics. Awkward. Spirit Water Revival, huh? I didn't think about Revival with weapons. That's kind of hot. Okay, is it too deep to play the Bloodbending? Quad blue is kind of rough, right? Because you have, what, 3, 5, 6, 7... You have 14 lands that don't cast it. I wanted to play the Bloodbending, though. But quad blue is probably a little too rough. Oh. How do I win if they play a Kona? I think I just don't, right? Because even if I stock up into any 1-mana card, it still doesn't beat the Kona. So I might as well just cast the Kuruk and just cross my fingers. Kind of have to, don't I? Well, I mean, if I get a turn... Something tells me I'm not going to get a turn, though. Yeah. Rip. That's standard for ya. Why doesn't Boomerang stop? Because Boomerang's a sorcery. 6/6, huh? I mean, I have Scream for the Overlord. So we just have to dig for nowhere to run? Yeah, they're not playing Omniscience. They're playing just, like, put a big dude into play. Okay, not exactly. It's not a nowhere to run. This could be a nowhere to run. Boomerang rip. That is true. So what? Boomerang the seam rip. Yo, what if I go Boomerang the seam rip and then Fear pick up the nowhere to run? Is that a good line? That's pretty good, right? I think I like that. Because I want to save this in my hand, protect it from the seam rip. Alright, your turn. I mean, I guess we're kind of cooked if they have a second Kona. Their land would only make a toy. Oh, fuck. Does that... True, I forgot they had the land. No, their land would make it Overlord. Well, I don't know if I could beat that. I guess I can nowhere to run the O2 Overlord next turn. But they're going to have another Overlord in play, which is not great. I mean, that one I can bounce. I can bounce that one. Okay, hold on. Okay. I got ways out of this, I think. I think I got some ways out of this. 6 mana, potentially. You think we're fine? Yeah, but I can't answer both Overlords this turn. Because the only way I can do that is if I find a bounce spell. Right? I mean, I guess I can stock up and try to hit a bounce spell. Because if I talent pick up bounce, right? I go talent pick up bounce, bounce the 6/6. I don't have 1 extra mana to be able to kill the other Overlord. So I think we just stock up first and try to find bounce spell. Okay, that works. Scream. I mean, I have enough cards. I'll just take a Scream. And then we get to go bounce the 6/6. Okay, now I think we're fine. Now I think we're fine. I didn't need to main phase this, did I? Because I could have just done it in response to them. Yeah, I could have done it in response to them copying with the land. There was no reason to main phase that. Yeah, that was kind of stupid. Alright, well, they definitely don't have anything else good to put into play. For sure. That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy.
Funny enough, I actually don't care about that card. It's like it's just unable to scream it. Yeah, we just have that card answered, don't we? We just go here, scream it. It's not even close to good enough. I just do this. Nice Valgavoth. Then they copy it. What are they going to copy now? Can I take a turn yet? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. I have 11. So I cannot take a turn yet. Come back! Where'd they go? Come back! Come back! Yeah, I guess that's another reason I can't take a turn. All right, back to this deck that Sulking sent me. I do like what's going on here. I wonder if 3 Day of Judgment is maybe too many. Like, you have a lot of sweepers in the main deck. I might trim like a day for another repurposing bay. I think the duplicator is kind of capped too. I don't know if I'd play this. And I think you probably want more jewels too. I'd also probably consider trimming down on some other stuff and playing a couple of cameras too. I like the camera a lot. They mulliganed. I think I'm keeping this. I like it though. I think it looks decent. I didn't think about Spirit Water Revival plus weapons munition. That's kind of sick. There was somebody in chat the other day who was trying to get me to, like, convincing me that Spirit Water Revival was good in Affinity and Modern, which I don't know if I agree with that, but similar concept where you're using Pinnacle Emissary and weapons manufacturing to, like, pop off with the Spirit Water Revival. This is just Pixie all over again, isn't it? Dredger's Insight. Well, still might be dead. Unless I can rip a nowhere to run. Oh, actually, no, this is fine, right? Because I can double Tiny Bones them. And if they keep the Kona, they can't keep a payoff for it. Yeah, this is actually fine. I lied. We're actually totally fine. Easy. I guess I'm supposed to stock up here? I don't know. I only have one more Tiny Bones in my deck, right? So I'm so unlikely to hit the Tiny Bones here that I probably just want to get the Kuruk going. I mean, they're just not going to draw payoff. There's no way they're going to draw payoff. Do I want both of these? No, I think I just want the nowhere. Yeah, we just have to fade a payoff exactly this turn. Okay, we faded a payoff. The game is over. I'll keep that. God, this deck feels clean, doesn't it? This deck feels really clean. Clean. Easy. Can you imagine if we had, like, full power Pixie and we still had Databe and Hopeless Nightmare? Like, what would that deck even look like? I don't want to know. Kind of hate these passages, by the way, for this reason. But I don't know if you're supposed to play Starting Town over them. But, like, with this specific hand, I do kind of wish that this was a Starting Town. It's hard to say right now whether or not it feels better than Esper Pixie, because I think I'm only like 4 or 5 matches in. But the one thing I will say about this version is the mana base is a lot better, for sure. Like, the upside of playing a version like this is just cleaner mana, and you definitely do feel that. Like, this deck basically has no mana problems, being a 2-color deck. And there was an issue that I kind of ran into playing Esper, where if you're trying to be an Esper deck with Boomerang Talent, it actually is kind of difficult because this is effectively a triple blue play if you want to go Talent, Boomerang, Bounce Talent, Replay Talent. So it's actually kind of tough to do Boomerang Talent stuff in a 3-color deck. So that is one upside of this deck. The nice thing about doing that in the Esper build is both of the Esper Verges are blue. Or sorry, no, that's not true. Flood Farm is blue, or Flood Farm is white on the front side. So I guess that's not true, but at least Gloom Lake is blue on the front side if you're trying to be Esper with Basics Talent. All right. What are they playing? I don't know what they're playing. Like, what do I sideboard? They cast Esper Origins and then conceded. I don't know, man. I'm gonna assume Bauble is not good against Esper Origins. I'm gonna assume that maybe Unable to Scream is also not good against them. And we'll board in like counter spells, betrayals. Oh, you know what it could be? It could just be Sultai Reanimator, right? I think they're for sure on Cub. I guess Sultai wouldn't play this many basics, right? I mean, I can keep a couple of baubles if we think they're on Cub. Try like that. Yeah, you want the Broncos against control. Like Jeskai, 4-color. Basically against decks that don't have a bunch of like free ways to kill it. That's kind of when you want the Broncos. Go Talent or Tiny Bones first? I think Talent. I don't think I like Bob better, just because I don't want Bob to flip. I don't want to be flipping the 4-drop with Bob. Sheriff spotted. Although I guess most of the games that, like, most of the matchups that you're boarding in Bronco for, they're not going to pressure your life total anyways, so maybe that's not that good of an argument. Yeah. We're definitely not saddling that often. But I see what you're saying. I don't know, you can saddle with, like, the Kuruk flip, you can saddle with the Prowess token. It could happen. Am I playing Tracker here? I think so. Tiny Bones. It's time to track the entity. Consider your entity tracked. Not great against the 4/4. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's not what I was hoping they were going to cast. Yeah, so... now what? I guess I'll do this. Yeah. Looking back, I think they're probably not playing Badger Mole Cub. I'm gonna assume that they're not a Badger Mole Cub deck with this Wrath. Kaido, not stream sniping. That card is not in my deck.
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy. Chapter 2, do nothing. They did get to search my library, so it's not nothing, you know. Yeah, they're probably just like some kind of Golgari control deck. Origins, bunch of kill spells. Ramp spells with Vestige, perhaps. The list from Japan. What, our opponent's deck or our deck? I don't remember seeing Rise of Sozin Golgari from that tournament. If you're talking about our deck, yeah, it's the list from the Japan top 8. You got 3 in hand? I mean, I guess I'll just do this. Wait, this thing is a 5/5. Maybe I need to save the Fear of Isolation so I can go nowhere, fear nowhere. Yeah. God, if I activate this Restless Reef, it's really sketchy if they have a kill spell. And they certainly could have a kill spell. Yeah, let's just attack. Want to be a coward. Coward streamer confirmed. Coward streamer confirmed. Yeah, I could mill myself and try to get the spell for a talent, but I think it's pretty clear they have a kill spell in hand. It's just not worth it. Bro loves the Vestige. Oh, no, there's nothing to pick up. I have creatures and a tiny bones. Alright, Sozin must die. $17, still have 3 cards in hand. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I think I may have sideboarded incorrectly against my opponent's deck. We could change that for game 3, though. We're at 17. 1, 2, 3. We have 6 mana. I still have nothing to get back with the talent. Alright. Well, I guess we'll do this. Maybe I just attack them and don't even hold up the stroke. Hope they're out of gas. I mean, they have 4 cards in hand, you know? Yeah, that would make sense. And they could have called Boomerang, but I think it makes sense to call the Kuruk there. Provides a lot of value. Gets me out of a tight spot. But now they know about the stroke. Yeah, they're just not going to play into it. I screwed that up. I should have just reefed them last turn. Because they're just not going to play into they're just not going to play into the stroke now. Bro got stabbed. Alright, I yield. I yield! Well, the good news is now we have a better understanding of exactly what's going on. Kind of. Sort of. Sozin's not an outlaw, right? Human noble. Bobble out of here. Is there anything that's bad? No, this looks pretty good. Yeah, try that. What are you gonna do, stab me? Guy who just got stabbed. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, again, you have to keep these hands, but like, double passage means it's going to be hard for me to find a black source, because if I want to go Boomerang Talent on 2, I have to play this on blue. so... Alright, I mean, that helps, obviously. I feel like my opponent's deck is extremely weak to these draws, where I just have Talent Boomerang. Seed Ship Impact. Consider me impacted. Ooh, I'll do that instead. Yeah, that's way better. God, the Kuruk is so good. I mean, I kind of want both of these. If I'm being completely honest with you. I wouldn't hate digging for a counterspell here. To stop, like, an on-curve Sozin, maybe. Maybe I don't want the Bronco. Maybe, like, do it this way. Keep the talent, but not the Bronco. Because it would be nice to try and find a counterspell before they get the Sozin mana. Okay, that's fine. Corpses. Corpses of the Lost. A 4 in hand? I'll keep that. What? What? They just couldn't beat a Kuruk, huh? Well, Kuruk is pretty powerful, to be fair. This deck has felt really nice. I'm liking this one a lot.